What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jared, and this is the LVME. This is another one of our smoking reactions. If you're brand new to the channel, this is my journey back into hip-hop, checking out a lot of the underground scene. I am an old school hip-hop head, but I kind of quit listening to all the new shit somewhere around the mid-2000s, all right? But lately, a lot of these underground rappers have got me back into the scene, and I've been checking out all this independent music along the way with you all watching with me. Today, I'm pretty stoked, man. This isn't really going to be a reaction per se. This is more of an album review and a song ranking, all right? And we're going to be talking all about Ryan Upchurch's album, People's Champ. It came out February 4th of 2022, just about 2 months ago right now. It has 15 songs, 44 minutes of music, and I have listened to this album front to back a minimum of 20 times. And in particular, songs on here I've listened to a whole lot more. So this isn't my first initial thoughts. These are my thoughts after really diving into this piece of artistry. And that's what it is. Let's get right to it. I'm going to give this out of a 5-star ranking system, obviously 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. This is a 5-star rap album, in my opinion. The music, the lyrics, the chorus, the overall feel of this album from the very first song to the very last one is 100% top-notch, absolute gold. I effing love this album. My favorite song off this album, which we'll get to in a minute, it just might be my favorite rap song, period, right now. I have listened to it so much. I feel like I'm probably personally responsible for half the streaming numbers of this particular song, whatever that is. Now listen, in the comment section, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this album. I'd love to hear your personal favorite song, maybe your least favorite song. And if you want to do like I'm going to do, which is rank all 15 best to worst, feel free, do the same. But I do want to say, before I dive into my favorites and why, there isn't a song on this album that I don't like. My bottom 2, 14 and 15, are the songs that I like the least. And frankly, one of them, when I first heard it, I didn't really care for it at all. But now that I've really listened to this album and got into the feel of the whole thing, I love it. I love all of the songs on here. So nothing on here is, in my estimation, a bad song. If I had to rank all the songs in a star system, the worst song on here is like 3 stars, all right, in my opinion, which is still hella good, okay? Let's talk about country for a second when it comes to Ryan Upchurch. He is known as a country rapper. Like, if you've seen him on the No Jumper podcast like about a year ago, you know, he's described as a country rapper. And I get that a lot of his music is definitely what I would describe as country rap, okay? But I think that this definition is a little bit different, because I don't consider People's Champ to be a country rap album at all. I feel, in my opinion, there are 2 songs on here that I would classify as country rap, and that's it. Everything else to me is straight hip-hop, straight rap music. I feel like country rap it's a weird thing to define, okay? It's not like other genres of rap. For instance, like gangster rap. Gangster rap, to me, easy to define. It has nothing to do with the musical arrangement or type of music used in the song. Gangster rap has everything to do with the lyrics, okay? But I feel that country rap, in the way I define it, is the exact opposite. I feel that country rap doesn't have much to do with the lyrics and has everything to do with the music, okay? So when I'm using the term country rap, I'm talking about when someone is taking country music and traditional country sounds and blending them into a hip-hop song, into rap music, okay? And I feel that there's 2 songs on here that do that, that being Remember Me and Next to Red. Everything else on here sounds like rap music. Now, does Upchurch fit the bill of a quote-unquote country rapper when you consider the topics that he's speaking of, like a gangster rapper? It has to do with the lyrics. Well, yes, okay? He's talking about country shit 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, because that's what he knows. But to me, that just it's not strong enough to make that the genre. Like, gangster rap, the lyrics are strong. It's obvious they're talking about gang stuff, all right? And your everyday rap lover, like if you're into something like, say, Tribe Called Quest, you might not like fucking, you know, some real gangster shit like Bloods and Crips banging on wax. Like that just, you just might be like, those lyrics are just shit, is too much. All right. Whereas I don't feel that the country things that Church talks about really make it so overwhelming where anybody who loves hip hop couldn't listen to it. I feel like anybody, any inner city urban gangbanger, whatever you want to say, of that like gangster rap lover could easily listen to Upchurch's shit and be like, no, this is fucking fire. Okay, with the exception of two clearly country songs that I mentioned. All right, so that's how I define it personally. It may not be how you define it. You just may think Upchurch is pure country. Whatever. Look at this ridiculous lighter. I don't know. It's all they had at the store. I know. It's weird. But all right. And the other thing that I want to say, if you saw one of my last album reviews, which was Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun's The Brave, one of the things that kept it from getting a 5-star ranking to me was a lot of the choruses that just boiled down to my personal taste. And I said the phrase, I don't like a lot of sing-songy rap choruses. And I was thinking about that when it comes to Upchurch, because I love every chorus on here, but they sound different. I guess when I say sing-songy, maybe that's not an accurate definition, and I probably should have thought of a more accurate definition before I started this video. But like, I think what it boils down to is to why I love it when Church sings choruses, and I don't always love it when Tom McDonald does. Dude, Tom can't sing. Church can sing his ass off. And that's not a diss towards Tom McDonald, because you're not required to have singing talent in order to be a rapper or to sing on rap choruses. Look, Eminem, the greatest rapper of all time, he sings on several choruses if you look at his catalog, and he can't sing worth a damn either. All right? Oddly enough, singing isn't even really required as a skill to be a singer in some cases. I mean, look at bands like Nirvana, for instance. Kurt Cobain, rest in peace, musical genius, he can't sing worth a fuck either, all right? But Upchurch, on the other hand, out of every rapper that I am aware of, Church could actually go make a career as a singer and be amazing. Look, Kid Rock, okay, there's a rapper who sings too, all right? And I'm not here to debate Kid Rock's rap credentials, but if you know your rap history, you know Kid Rock is hip hop as it gets. Now, he's evolved over the years into something else now, all right? But his hip hop roots are strong as it gets. And he's transformed himself into a singer-songwriter and slowly did that over the course of many albums. And he can sing, but he's got this raspy, like bluesy kind of thing going on. He doesn't have a lot of range, all right? Like, he couldn't sing some song like, say, Wind Beneath My Wings, which requires some fucking amazing pipes. Church, on the other hand, he could do it. And I think that's why his choruses sound so good, in my opinion, compared to someone else who may sing rap choruses like Tom, where half the time I'm kind of complaining about it, okay? So, that being said about the chorus differences, let's just go ahead and dive into my personal rankings right here. My number one, without a doubt, on this album, I can't get enough of this song. I keep thinking, y'all, I'm going to get tired of it, right? But I'm not. I listened to it like 4 times today, because I listened to the album today again before I did this video. And honestly, I've been listening to it when I work out in the morning too. It's on my playlist along with Boozy's new one. And so, dude, Ratchet Millionaire. Ratchet Millionaire, that's my song. That's my jam on this album. I think I have probably streamed that song, I'm not exaggerating, 100 times. I love Ratchet Millionaire. Yo, Church, that song is fire. It is the perfect example of how you can take a simple things and make absolute fire hip hop. Like, the lyrics in that are very simple. There's nothing deep there. He's rapping about shit that he knows about, shit in his average day, and he's flexing a bit like a rapper should. All right? That beat, that shit is amazing. It's amazing. It is absolute genius. His flow, the lyrics, the chorus, The whole fucking thing is absolutely amazing. And another thing I love about it, it's one of the few rap songs I've heard in my life that incorporates the phrase bad mamba jamba without sounding ridiculous, right? He says, bad mamba jamba drive my Hellcat in pajamas. The only other rap song I can think of, or rapper that's ever used that phrase that I didn't think it sounded really stupid, or maybe it's the only other one I can think of, period, would be the aforementioned Kid Rock. Oh, what is that song? What I Learned Out on the Road, which is a song that he sings on, but he raps the chorus. And in the chorus, he says, I'm a bad mamba jamba from a Detroit city, rocking southern Alabama back to Mackinac City. I'm raw and gritty. Show me kitty, I lick it. Give me a Jimmy and a Slimmy, I stick it. Bad mamba jamba. Awesome phrase. To be able to pull it off in hip hop is super cool. And Ratchet Millionaire is my number one song on this album. Didn't even have to think twice about it. Now let's move on, or this video is going to take forever, right? My number two is the YZ remix. And I'm going to say a little bit about certain songs, but not all of them, because there's 15 on here. But I'm definitely going to talk about, obviously, Ratchet Millionaire. And then the YZ remix, I just think that Boozy's voice and Church's voice go together like peanut butter and jelly. Y'all, some biscuits and gravy. That shit is fucking dope. Um, I I heard Church say something on I think it was the Country Rap podcast or something like that. I still haven't watched part two of it yet, but he said that there's possibly some secret shit coming from him and Boozy, which he's not supposed to talk about. Quote, since Boozy's an OG and he don't want it out yet, is from what I heard. I don't even know. I really, really hope there's more Boozy and Upchurch on the way. And real quick, if you're one of these Creek Squad fans, or it's all butthurt about Boozy, I would direct you to my review and discussion on this supposed controversy. Well, I thought it was a controversy in Creek Squad over Boozy and Upchurch teaming up. Please check that out. I think I explained everything for those of you that might have wrong impressions pretty easy. Let's move on. Number three for me, People's Champ. The first single. Well, actually, it wasn't the first single. The first single was "Look at These Dudes." I'm pretty sure, but when he released that, we didn't know that it was coming off this album. All right. Obviously, People's Champ came out, I believe, the day the album was released. I've got a reaction to that song on here. I love it. That shit is fire. Um, his rap skills are just on point through this whole album. Number four for me is "Look at These Dudes." All right, I did a review on that when that came out. I don't know, like 6-7 months ago. That's just a classic hip hop song right there. More of Church's fucking Flexin. Number five, "Vows" with Jelly Roll. Now this one here, I really dug the lyrics. I liked how it started with Church, right, and then you get Jelly in the middle, but then Church comes back for a full nother set of bars. And I really thought that made the song complete. I think a lot of times when we just have these guys come on and then it's kind of like you had Church and then you had Boozy and then the song was over. A little back and forth would be so awesome. So I like how Church came back on, and I thought the lyrics were just really cool. I like how he kind of mentions like Elvis and Richie Valens and Buddy Holly and the guys that died in that crash. And then right when he's talking about that, he also gives kind of like this undercover shout out to Elton John when he talks about Tiny Dancer. And just the whole thing really showed a lot of Church's respect for musical history and the people that have come before him, even in different genres, you know. And I love the comparison when he said, "I'm Elvis if he said fuck a lot." That was dope. Moving on, number six for me, "Severe Storms." Man, just a great inspirational song. A lot of talking to the fans in there. A lot of singing from Church, which just goes so well. Like, this guy can write a chorus, and him and Stone Baby Sounds come together. I don't know how much collab goes on, and if I ever had the chance, I would love to ask one of the two of them. I mean, how much joint work goes in there, and how much is just Stone Baby Sounds doing his thing. Absolutely amazing mixture of singing and rapping and music and lyrics in there. And then after that, for number 7 for me is Bonnie's in the Coop, which comes on the album. It comes right after Ratchet Millionaire, and that's my favorite like back-to-back group of songs. Man, that Bonnie's in the Coop is tight. He does a lot of singing rap on there, rap, singing rap, however you wanna phrase it. But the chorus in there, the part where he says, "They ain't playing me, but my songs they on a loop." That shit is I love it, man. I love it. That's a really, really, really dope song. All these, man. It was so hard to rank these. Really, I had to think a lot on these rankings. Number 8 for me is Rear View. I love the opening of that song. I believe that's the one. Yeah, it opens up. He's like, "Tell your favorite rapper." I said, "Fuck all his opinions." Yes. Uh, Number 9 for me is Good Day. Man, that just has such a different vibe, a really different vibe, and it struck a chord with me for some old school shit that I really liked, and only my old school hip hop heads are gonna have any idea what I'm talking about here. And even though it doesn't sound like this song, I got such vibes that it reminded me. Good Day reminds me so much of Lighter Shade of Brown's sitting in the park on a Sunday afternoon, me and the homies just listening to oldies tunes. Man, if y'all don't know that, you should get on YouTube or wherever and track down some Lighter Shade of Brown, sitting in the park. It's a great summertime song. Um, like for me, it's the king of the summertime hip hop songs. Like screw Will Smith and his song now. I'm so over Will Smith. Not that I was ever that big a fan, but I had some respect left for the guy. But that's all out the window, son. Chump. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. Number 10 for me after Good Day is Sleep Tight. That's another just dope song. We're going to start picking up the pace here. Number 11 for me was the final song on the album, which is Past the Stars. I think it's just a really cool idea. I come from Past the Stars. Um, Church seems to be kind of visiting that idea in some of the artwork that he's showing on. He's probably doing it on all social media. I fuck around on Instagram a bit, but I mostly see his stuff that comes up on YouTube that he's posting of his paintings and his artwork, which a lot of it's dealing with like UFO, alien type stars, things theme, which I think is really cool, along with some of the music that he's talked about, or some of the things he's talked about in his music. Moving on, Backroad Runners, number 12. Just a cool song looking back on when you're a kid and the things you used to do. Strong summertime vibes in that one too. Another great chorus talking about listening to Pantera and just getting in trouble and having a good time as a kid. Number 13, we're almost to the end, everybody. Number 13 for me is the opener on the album. Now, these final 3, I still, to be clear, I think these songs are great. But they're ones, if I want to have a bone to pick with them ever so slightly, I can. For Survival, I love the lyrics, but there are parts of that song, and the reason it's so far down on this list, there are a couple parts in it where I feel that his flow is just off the beat. When he's going real fast, I just, to me, it sounds ever so slightly off. And look, I'm searching for shit to critique here because I don't just want to, everything's great. I'm trying to give an actual review of my real opinion. And in my opinion, that one song, there's a couple parts where he's not matching up with it for me. Not enough to make it a shitty song. Fuck, I listen to it all the time. Um, Number 14, there's only 2 left. So we've got number 14 for me is Next to Red. I didn't like the song the first time I heard it. It has definitely grown on me. That is the second or maybe third, depending on how you want to look at it, single that's been released. It's the one that he's got out right now. And it is definitely one of the 2 songs on here that I would say fall into the country rap. I like what he's saying in the song. I like the overall theme. It's just it's real country. You know, it's not as country as number 15, which clearly, if you know the CD, is Remember Me, which is the duet he does with his mom, which is that's a total country rap song. I mean, he starts off singing. It's basically a 50-50 mix between singing over country music and rapping. pieces of it as well. They're both good songs, but for me, they kind of round out the end of the album. I will say that next to Red, one of the things I kind of don't like about it is it gets stuck in my head, like that chorus. They say my next to Red. That gets stuck in my head. Like I'll find myself just repeating that, and I'm like, I'm not country at all. Like my neck ain't red. I do not fit the term redneck, right? But it just gets stuck almost to the point where I get a little annoyed. And then Remember Me, I used to skip that song. If I'm listening to the CD, I just kind of, that's the one song I kind of bump past. Although now I say I listen to it like 50-50. I dig it. It's cool. But a lot of the time I'm just in the mood for rap. You know what I mean? And that one barely fits the category. It's definitely country rap. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's all 15 songs. This is a 5 out of 5 star album for me. I absolutely love it. If you haven't picked it up, look, there's links in the description where you can. And obviously you can stream it anywhere you stream your music, but I would recommend that you go out and spend, what was it, like 10-15 bucks? I don't even know, because I pay a monthly. I got the Amazon unlimited shit, right? So I just get all the new music when it comes out. I don't know what these independent artists get off of streaming. I hope it's a bit more than the label artists get, since they don't have to cut it with anybody. Um, I recommend however you get it. I mean, Church is cool enough that he puts it on YouTube as well for free so you can hear it. But man, seriously, God, it's $15, man. What is it, 10-15 bucks? Like, if you can't, it's just worth it, man. You should support these artists. You should support Upchurch if you like his music at all. And I guess to round out this video before I bring it to a close, that's my only real complaint about this entire album, is I feel like it is under promoted for whatever reason. I don't know why Church, like, imagine if he promoted like not exactly like Tom McDonald, but to the level that Tom McDonald, because Tom McDonald is a master of promotion. And I'm just imagining if Upchurch was promoting stuff like that, what what his sales would be like, what people in the hip hop community who haven't heard this album and some of his others yet would think of it, because it is absolutely amazing. If you're a hip hop head, you're gonna like at least some of the songs on here. I promise. That's it. That's all I got. People's Champ, Upchurch. I highly recommend it. It is, for now, as of April 2022, my rap album of the year. We'll see if that holds up. All right. Let me know in the comments, everybody, what you think. I would love to hear it. I'll get back to as many as I can. And finally, if you're into MMA at all, check out my podcast, SWAT MMA. There's a link on your screen, plus some other videos as well. I'll see you all on the next one, everybody. All right. Peace.